Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to our channel. We are doing a day in the life with a little twist today. We're going to talk about what it is like to live in Turkey, in Istanbul. I know a lot of people from home have questions with that, and a lot of times it's hard to understand what it really means to live in another country and adapt to another culture. And we're going to cover that and then just show you around a day in our lives. Bryan's asleep because it's 8 a.m. and he doesn't wake up forever. Okay, so we have serve and pass this morning from 9 to 11, and then we'll have practice later. And I'm gonna make our typical smoothie and head over to practice. So I live 4 minutes from the gym and I can walk there, which is really convenient, just because Bryan and I share a car, so it can be tricky if I didn't. But the walk to practice in Kalamish is so beautiful because we live right on the sea, and you can see the sun set when you're walking to the afternoon practice, and it's nice to get some air because otherwise I probably wouldn't get air, especially right now because it's a little bit colder. Good night! Good night, babe. Wait, let's see Bahar's cute jacket. Yes, queen. How was your morning? Did you have breakfast?
Yeah, I ate yogurt and oatmeal, cheese seeds.
Bahar's outfit right now.
Cute but psycho.
Yeah.
I just got home from Serve and Pass and it's almost 11 and Bryan is still not up yet. So we're gonna go wake him up. Lazy bum. Are you serious? It's 11 o'clock.
Is it really?
Yeah. Wake up.
I just wanted to go back to bed for a little. Now it's 11. Stop it, I'm a growing boy. Good morning, buddy.
Kitty kisses with daddy.
Are you guys hungry? Are you guys hungry?
The breakfast frosty.
Ooh, yummy. Thank you.
Oh, what is that you're working on, my darling?
Beachside kitchen. Oh, it's so sleepy.
The fat boy.
In which way is the volleyball system different than USA? In USA, you have club in college and you play till 22, and then there's no professional league. So that's the biggest difference here. The girls do half and half university and youth teams, and then they go straight into their professional clubs.
Is Bryan playing in a Turkish team as well? No, I am not. I'm just basically training 6 days a week, trying to get healthy for the beach season upcoming. The last time I played indoor was like 3 years ago, and I was so injured that I had to shut it down, get a bunch of surgeries. I had knee surgery and hip surgery, so now I'm basically just still recovering and trying to play beach volleyball.
What is the culture like in Turkey? I think there's a really strong culture. They have a huge history and they have a lot of traditions, and so I really love that they stick to those traditions and celebrate them, and I think they have a really huge family unit, so that is something I really love about Turkey.
You can bring your kiddies to Turkey. Was it an easy process? Traveling with them is not easy. I've done like 5 trips now, Kelsey's done 1, and sometimes it's hell, sometimes it's smooth. It kind of depends on the sedative that we have. One of the sedatives was too strong and they like urinated and pooped in the cage, and that was a nightmare. But the last couple times it's been relatively smooth. They just meow a lot.
What is something from Turkey that you wish the US had? This is a personal thing, but I love how everything is so easy to access or to set up. Like when we needed a dentist appointment, we had it immediately right away.
Healthcare. That's it.
Yeah. He needed an MRI, called my trainer, got them MRI scheduled, paid it right there. So a lot of times we'll actually do those things here instead of America because it's just more convenient.
Ooh. Asian or European side? I really prefer the Asian side. The European side can get pretty hectic, but that's also like Old Town. The real Istanbul is on the European side. If you don't know, half of Istanbul is actually on the continent of Europe, and half of the city, the other half of the city is in the Asian continent. We live in Asia, and We love both, but the Asian side's a little more relaxed, but there's a lot to do everywhere. It's a huge city and it's super cool.
What do you think the most awkward thing about living in Istanbul is? I guess for me, and this can be any country really, but when my teammates or people are talking in full-blown Turkish and no one's translating or anything to me, and I'm just sitting there like, cool.
Someone asked, what about racism? We haven't, I don't know about you, but I haven't experienced any racism, not like blatant racism. We feel at home here. I mean, we're not racist ourselves, so we try to interact with everyone, and so far everyone's been really welcoming and friendly to us, so hopefully it continues that way.
Is it easy to find foods that are organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, etc.? I think for us it's been fairly easy. You just have to know where to go, and in the past couple of years, like every year I come back from the summer, there's like new restaurants opening up and more grocery stores carrying more things. So definitely in the years that I've been here, we've seen a change of getting more and more healthy things.
You are the most beautiful woman in the world. My man, I agree with you.
If you compare traffics, LA and Istanbul, which one is worse?
Oh wow. LA, you can kind of predict the traffic a little bit more.
Yeah.
Istanbul's the same, like the work schedule kind of dictates the traffic, but out of nowhere, like if a government official comes to Istanbul, it just like locks down the city. And that has happened to us. Like Kelsey one time was going to practice, had to just park her car and walk to practice. So that doesn't happen in America, but that's really the only difference. Besides that, they're both brutal.
I think I've become Turkish in my driving. I'll start
You have to.
yelling at everyone.
You have to. When you're driving here, you have to be so aggressive. If you're passive at all, you will just be like left in the dust. Did you eat baklava, Kelsey?
I will eat baklava to the day I die. Baklava is pistachio with like pastry and honey, and we're actually going to have it as our dessert or our wedding cake instead.
That's actually probably my number one dessert in the entire world is baklava.
Would you like to live in another city in Turkey? If yes, where would it be? I dream of Kaş at least once a week. We went 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We went 2 years ago to Kaş, and we stayed in this really amazing Airbnb on the water with like a dock into the sea, and it's like clear blue. You can't even imagine, like pool water, and like a farm and stuff. And so that, like to this day, is my favorite place in the entire world. So if I could live there, I would live in Kaş.
The world wants to know what's happening in Bryan's life now that beach season is over. The world wants to know. The entire world wants to know. Well, we've been working on some projects. We just redid our website, and Kelsey's gonna start writing for that a lot more now. And we just released with Belinda, our friend Belinda, who's a food blogger, we just released the Beachside Guide. So if you haven't checked that out, it's a great gift for Christmas, like an email stocking stuffer. Other than that, I've just been working out all the time, hence why I'm not just like wearing this for fun. I'm going to the gym right now, and Kelsey's gonna go get lunch, and we're gonna take you with us. It's actually really nice that we live walking distance to the gym because it gets us outside a little more than we would.
I said that this morning to the
Did you?
camera. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going this way.
Okay, smooch.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm going to Patel, and Patel has a ton of vegetarian options. It's really cute. 2-minute walk to the gym, and all the girls will go. And we always check the menu. They have it on Instagram, so we can check and see if we want to go for that day. But the lady who runs it is really nice. They make everything local and fresh, and often if they don't have any vegan options, she'll make it vegan for Bryan and I. So we love Patel. We're there at least 10 times a week.
Why? Hi. I don't have food. I'm sorry. That was just mean shit.
We have pumpkin soup, green salad with little red lentils. That's the best pumpkin soup I've ever had in my entire life. So good. Oh my god.
curry with vegetables and mushrooms and potatoes and little cashews. See you on the next one. Finger hearts.
Finger hearts. Cheers.